This is Meredith MacGyver, who helped Donald Trump write a number of his books. She was someone that Melania had turned to for guidance, but we are told that Donald Trump did not accept her resignation. So all of this is just coming into us now, and obviously this will be a way in which the Trump campaign thinks that they can move past this controversy, shift the spotlight off of Melania and the chaos in the campaign, and move on to the rest of the speakers this week.
Maeve Reston with the breaking news for us. Thank you, Maeve. Let's come back to the panel. So we'll see what the statement looks like. We'll see what the statement looks like, and we'll see if the word plagiarism in it when I get it in my hand. But they're acknowledging something wrong happened, or somebody in the campaign is offering their resignation for this. Donald Trump saying, no, you don't have to go. How does it change things?
Well, the thing is that this is something that should have happened 24 hours ago. This is coming one day too late. This controversy has already blown up, and I think that obviously said a lot about just the disorganization and the lack of organization within the Trump campaign. And I think it's interesting that Maeve used the words move on. The campaign wants to move on from this controversy. That all depends on whether or not Donald Trump wants to move on. We saw an hour or so ago that he put out 2 tweets sort of extending this controversy, and I don't know that he is done talking about this despite what his campaign wants.
But hold on one second, John. I just want to go back to Maeve Reston because it's a key point here. As they disclose this, Maeve, and as they say, Ms. MacGyver offered her resignation because she was involved in the speech, and Donald Trump said no. What else does the statement say about what the campaign concludes happens? Does it say, yes, we plagiarized, or at least admit something of that effect?
So we are literally getting this right at this moment, and it is actually a speech, it is actually a statement by Meredith MacGyver that I will read to you in full. She says that she's an in-house staffer at the Trump Organization, a longtime friend and admirer. In working with Melania Trump on her recent First Lady speech, we discussed many people who inspired her and messages she wanted to share with the American people. A person she has always liked is Michelle Obama. Over the phone, she read me some passages from Mrs. Obama's speech as examples. I wrote them down and later included some of the phrasing in the draft that ultimately became the final speech. I did not check Mrs. Obama's speeches. This was my mistake, and I feel terrible for the chaos I have caused Melania and the Trumps, as well as Mrs. Obama. No harm was meant. Yesterday, she says, I offered my resignation to Mr. Trump and the Trump family, but they rejected it. Mr. Trump told me that people make innocent mistakes and that we learn and grow from these experiences. I asked to put this statement out because I did not like seeing the way this was distracting from Mr. Trump's historic campaign for president and Melania's beautiful message and presentation. I apologize for the confusion and hysteria my mistake has caused. Today, more than ever, I am honored to work for such a great family, and I personally admire the way that Mr. Trump has handled this situation, and I'm grateful for his understanding. So no, the word plagiarism is not in that statement, but what she is saying is that Melania read her passages from Michelle Obama's speech over the phone. She wrote them down, and then they got incorporated into the speech, and they are casting this as an innocent mistake by someone who is clearly going to stay with the Trump Organization. John?
Maeve Reston with the breaking news. Thanks for going through that in context. It's a fascinating statement because, deliberate or not, when you plagiarize, it's plagiarism. And we'll take Ms. MacGyver at her word that it happened in an innocent way. It is interesting, I should note, she says she works for the Trump Organization. That is not the Trump campaign, but there's some back and forth between the two. People in the organization who have been with Mr. Trump for a long time, his loyal aides, and we should stress loyalty is a good thing, have helped out in the campaign here. Your head went back a little bit, and mine at the same point, where in Ms. MacGyver's statement, she says that Melania told her she wanted to incorporate the views of people she admires, including Michelle Obama. Now that is neither here nor there when it comes to the issue of plagiarism, but at a Republican convention, to have the possible future First Lady of the United States saying among the people she admires is Michelle Obama, I mean, this is a place where, you're not supposed to hug the president if he comes to give you hurricane relief or something like that. Does that matter?